Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 8:42 a.m. September 2nd. You got some jobs numbers in, moving the markets. Let's look into the daily chart. What happened yesterday? We can get into what's happening with the market. So let's see what's going on here. All right. So as futures is figuring out what it's going to do, we'll look at what happened yesterday. And basically, what happened yesterday is a level I talked about that we could go to. I didn't know if it was going to go there yesterday, but it did. Okay, and that was this XPX. That was that 61.8 Fibonacci retracement line. That was the trend line. This purple line. We came down to that level and we bounced. Okay, I mean, look, 4 sellings in a row, a little oversold. I talked about that, and market doesn't go down forever. So hit this suggested support level I talked about. No surprise there where it stopped. How far do we pump up higher? I don't know, right? So just look at the SPY. SPY, you're going to see the same thing. 61.8, 30.88, call it 30.89. Trend line hit 61.8. Okay, so and we look at the Qs. The Qs also hit the level I was talking about here, 61.8, and this support here at 294. Bounced off of it. Okay, just a matter of profit taking. All right, a lot of people took profit off that level. Now we got to see, what the futures does with this number today. Very important here. I talked about, and we always go to with the TNX, right? The TNX is rising right now. All right, TNX is rising right now. So let's talk about the TNX, right? 10-year yield. It's the inverse of the SPY of the S&P 500. It's the inverse. Okay, we gapped up higher yesterday, and now we're moving higher again. Okay, so I just want to point something out, make it a little clear. I'm going to show you just a quick study to show, just to give a visual. So the SPY will be white candlesticks. Okay, so this is what I mean by the inverse. This is what I mean by the inverse. So this is the beautiful thing about this. This is the leading indicator, right? Let's look at this. Just to reiterate, I've talked about this in the past. So the TNX spiked, and you can see it at 614. But look at the SPY. Look at the candle down below. This wasn't the low yet. The low was made 3 days later here. This is why I tell you, TNX is a leading indicator. It called the bottom. Look at that spike high of 348. That wasn't the low yet. If you look at my crosshairs at the bottom of the screen, that lines up with the SPY candle. Now look, the TNX starts moving down. SPY still not found the bottom. Then it really comes down. Bottom of the SPY right here. And then what happens? Look, the yield lowers. As the yield lowers, keep lowering, equities move higher, 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 right? But look, the yield starts rising here. Here, look, we're still going higher here. This was the sign, right? Big spike up. Didn't do anything yet to the equity market. But as it started to chug higher, chug, 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 look what happens. Boom, boom, boom. And now the 10-year is starting to rise. Okay? It's catching a little bit of a bid. All right, so it's very important to look at this. I can't say what this means for today because you can see that they're not in sync, but this leads. It's just a leading indicator. I hope that kind of more solidifies why you need to look at the 10-year. Okay, I hope everybody can see. I like showing people a reason, right? I like showing people a reason for everything I say. I don't want to just say look at the 10-year and it doesn't mean anything, right? Okay. So let's get right into the futures. Just give me 1 second. All right. So let's look at this. Okay. And we can quickly just recap what happened yesterday. And I kind of said that in my video. I said that be very careful of this. Let me get a better color here. I'm sorry. I said be very careful of the profile because the profile was building value here and was tapering. And I said we're a little oversold, and I said it could go lower, which it did a little bit, but then the shorts were getting greedy here, and then they had the cover, right? So, and I said Apple and all these key things yesterday where I thought that maybe we get balanced. We got a little push. We filled the gap yesterday, but let's just go over yesterday. So, like I said yesterday, this was the overnight high. This was the RTH session, right? So we opened here, and we were down the whole session, and then what happened? We came up, filled the gap, and I said, how hard did we go? We went into range, and then we came back. Okay, so not super bullish, but basically everybody who was short took their profits, and some got squeezed. That's what happened yesterday. All right. So now, what's happening now? Labor market saw an increase in employment. That is bullish. Okay, that is bullish now. That means that us raising rates has softened the labor market. I mean, non-farm payrolls had a little more jobs than expected, but the unemployment number went higher, which is what you want to see. That means what the Fed's doing is supposedly working. Okay, so, and as you can see, another powerful thing I want to point out right now as the market's moving. Okay, that move came out and we exploded higher to here, right? Made a high of 4,000, which is a psychological level. All right, but just keep in mind why I talk about this. Here's the most traded price. I called it the bull bear line yesterday. Look where price is right now, right in it. It's holding it. Okay, that's 39.86. That's why these levels are on my charts. That's why. Most traded price of the last week. And it acts like magnet. Price is right here, that little dot. Okay, I don't know where price goes from here. I'm just saying. It's going to slow down price. It's going to slow down movement, right? So now it is. So where do we go from here, right? So we're gapping higher. Got a big supply zone up here. Okay. There's a lot of to just knock off the froth of this move, right? Until we relax. So we are gapping higher. Here's yesterday's highs, and here we are now. Okay. So this could lead to balance today around here by the most traded price. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. You got a psychological number here, 4,000 at the highs of the overnights now. That means some people took profits there. So it's kind of a wait and see. So now that we're just digesting this number, because the non-farm payrolls added more jobs than expected and the unemployment went higher. to 3.7. Okay, so we have to see what the market really thinks about this level. So I mean, we could look at the Nasdaq was weaker yesterday. Okay, Nasdaq was weaker yesterday. So Nasdaq didn't go as far as in range and came back in. So same story here. Came up here, broke this supply zone. Supply zone that's right here. Okay, we broke it. And now we're digesting the move, right? Now here's the the most traded price of the Nasdaq is right here. Okay, price is not in it yet, but most traded price is 123.20. 123.20. Okay, price is about to go into it, and this could just balance here because it's just a tough level. If we hold above it, I'm not saying we rocket sky high. If we hold above it, but now it's gonna be a little bit of a battle. Okay, so like I said, this is a little harder to say like what's gonna happen because I don't know, right? But we're gapping higher, but now we took some froth off the move, so we got to see. Okay, today's a little different because maybe some levels I had on the charts didn't matter as much because of this number, right? So I'm gonna just move over to the 60-minute future charts. Give me a sec. Alrighty. So what do we got going here? An obvious pattern was a bull flag here. Alright. That's nothing. Anybody can see that. I didn't put much weight into it because of the news release, right? So I did have this 39.80 level that got broke, which is fine. Key level for today is 40.15 as a resistance level. 40.15. 40.15 and 40.27. But 40.15 is really the big guy. Alright, really the big guy. When we talk about support level, 39.53. Okay, 39.53. So today is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, do we take out 40.15? Do we come up to it and hold it? And maybe we just balance here? Who knows? Today, like I said, a little more unpredictable. A little more unpredictable, okay? So let's go into this here. So that's what I'm seeing today. Those are the levels: 40.15, 39.53 support. All right. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we have it tapped this key resistance level right here, 124, 12400. Literally came up to this resistance line, and people took profit and might have found new sellers, right? That's the key resistance line for today, 12400. Okay, support, and you can see it, 1, 2, 3, is 122.40, and the Nasdaq 122.40 is the support line. We gotta watch. Again, we're close to a most traded price, so we could balance today. You know, we could. I'm not really sure what the market's gonna feel about this number. We could balance in this area. All right. Now we did break a downtrend line here. This downtrend line was just broken, but it's from news, so it could be valid. We kind of held this channel at the bottom of the channel here. We broke it, but then came back up, right? So that's something to look at, something to note. All right, let's go into the market profile. And let's see what I'm seeing here. And like I said, today is not a high confidence day just because, I don't know what the market's going to do with this, especially hitting 4,000 psychological level. So Let me shrink down this chart a little bit. Alright, so we can get a little more granular with this chart. That's my daughter if you hear in the background. Prices here. We're at 39.92. Okay, so a couple things can happen here very quick. I think this is a key level for today. 39.8650 is the most traded price of the week. If we stay above it, maybe we come down, can't break it, come above here in supply, have a little bit of problems, come up here to 40.15, break it, and maybe we come back down in balance. There's one scenario. Okay. Now, as a bearish sense, we maybe can come up here, test the overnight highs, find the resistance up here, come back down to this level, bounce off, break this level, come down here to the overnight highs, break them, and I feel still we could go up here at the 39.80 imbalance. So that's another scenario, right? And obviously, ultimate bullish scenario obviously is I would think we'd come down here, take some froth off, hold above 39.86, come in here, kind of probably bounce up in supply, break 40.15, and maybe go to 40.27, 40.35, and maybe find some sellers here. All right, and then maybe a little more of a bearish sense, I think we could pump up here to overnight lows, find resistance, come down here, break the overnight lows, come back up, right? And then I think we could maybe find ourselves back here at around 39.23, the most traded price of yesterday. Okay, none of these I can say with 100% confidence, but that's what I think will happen. All right, a little different because this news just has to be digested, and I can't exactly predict it. This doesn't give me a lot of confidence. So some days you don't have confidence, which is one of these days, right? Because I just don't know what the market's going to do. So hopefully everybody got some insight in that. We're have to digest this news, see what the market does. People take profit when the market opens. Who knows, right? We're definitely not in a very still bullish market just because of that 10-year yield I'm showing you. Okay, we got a step in the right direction with unemployment, but we have to see what comes. Okay, so that will be it for today. I wish everybody a good luck today, and please comment, subscribe, give me a like, give me some questions. I'm gonna keep doing this. Hope people find this informative, and I wish everybody good luck today. Good luck today streaming. Good luck today with the market. Hope everybody stays green.